part of the province of Herat when they were detained by a local armed group. I'm Paul Stevens, Fox News Radio.
For almost 10 years, I've been a lineman for the power company. I know that service is important. That's why I also serve in the Coast Guard Reserve. Our crews respond to rising floodwaters in the Midwest, oil spills in the Gulf of Mexico, and disasters like the Haiti earthquake. The Coast Guard Reserve is a challenge I gladly take on because my country needs me.
If you were born ready, learn more at GoCoastGuard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Utah Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Utah Senior Solutions, a program geared toward helping seniors and their caregivers. It's a program that is bringing the house call back to medicine. Here's the host of Utah Senior Solutions, Michelle Rowley.
No, there's nothing wrong with your radio. Michelle is not here today. This being this close to getting the kids off to school, she is out doing her final school shopping and everything that we need to do to get ready to get the kids to school. So I'm running solo today, but we are here with Utah Senior Solutions on Talk Radio 105.7 FM, 570 AM. And the purpose of our show is education. We are big on education, on educating seniors and their caregivers, mostly family members, about some of the services and resources that are available for seniors out there that most people just frankly don't know about. What we have seen and what the research has borne out is that most people believe that we keep mom or dad in the house up until basically we can't take care of them anymore, or they just become an issue. They can't take care of themselves anymore, and then we go into a nursing home or an assisted living. And even though assisted living is not what it used to be, and there are a lot of steps now available for people between that when we can't keep mom in the house and she needs 24-hour care, or she needs help doing things that we just can't do, and just moving her out of the house. No one wants to leave their home. That is a fact. The research also bears out the fact that the number one fear of seniors is running out of money. The number two fear, as it turns out, is having to die in a nursing home or an assisted living. People just don't want to have to do that. The vision of the old nursing home that your grandma or your aunt died in has really faded away. The new assisted living centers are very nice. I've been in dozens of them, and they're all very, very nice, with really great staff and wonderful meals, and the care is spectacular. But even at that, there are still steps before that needs to happen. We also are here to address some of the other concerns that people have. The number one concern, of course, being running out of money. What a lot of people don't understand is they do happen to be sitting on a gold mine if they are in a house. There are options available to get some of that money out of that house that a lot of people just don't understand or are afraid of. There's been a lot of bad press about losing your home and things like that. And we're going to have somebody on later in the show who's going to be talking about that. But for our first interview, we're going to be talking with Jenny Fry. Now, Jenny is the owner and operator of Birch Creek Home Care and Hospice, and they have been around for a long time. We talked with Jenny last week, but I wanted to bring Jenny on to talk a little bit more about the thing that I think is really important, and that's the free respite care. Jenny, welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
So I don't know whether you heard the intro, but I was talking about the adult daycare, and I know that's the free respite care, but I do want to talk about adult daycare too. The free respite care. Let's talk. A lot of people don't understand what respite care is. What is it?
Respite care is basically someone spending time with your loved one, so you can get out and either get the rest you need or get some errands done. You go see doctor's appointments. Basically, they're to make sure they're safe and comfortable. Maybe give them something to do instead of sitting at home watching TV alone. So it gives you the opportunity to for them to have some interaction and someone to be with them.
And now, caregiver burnout, that is a really, really big deal. That was actually what ended up causing my mom's death. What is caregiver burnout? Where does it come from? What does it mean?
Right. Caregiver burnout, it happens more often than we know, and oftentimes people don't see the signs until it's too late to help. But as anybody knows, when you're taking care of a loved one, there is emotional strain and physical strain. You get tired, but everybody experiences things a little bit differently. So some people may be physically tired. Some people may get depressed because they don't feel like they have the opportunity to get out, and they feel like their independence is gone now too. And so a lot of people don't understand it until they've experienced it. And so we, as the community, we need to watch out for those of our family members that are caring for a loved one, because oftentimes the caregiver will end up getting sick or getting hurt before the person that they're caring for does.
Well, that's exactly what happened with my mom. My dad had a stroke several years ago, and we all just assumed that he was going to be, the first one to go because his health was really bad, and
right.
Mom was really pretty healthy. She was vital. She was cutting her own lawn, doing her own yard work, cleaning her house, and it snuck up on all of us. We didn't realize how she was just not doing very well.
Right, and oftentimes the caregiver won't complain because they feel that it's a bad thing if they complain. They feel that if I say something that, this is too much for me, then it means I don't love them, and that's not the case at all. Oftentimes, we bear the burdens, and if we don't share it, and we don't look for other opportunities for people to help when they can. And so too often they'll carry on until they themselves have worn themselves out and can't go any further. So we need the respite care you give. Tell us a little bit about that. I know one of the reasons that I really love Birch Creek and you is that you pay it forward. You give away care. That's about 4 years ago. We had this wonderful idea of starting a free respite program for the community. So we went in and presented the idea to the Weber, Morgan, and Davis counties senior centers, and we said, allow us to come in because most people already feel comfortable at the senior centers. There's meals there, there's activities going on all day, but we said allow us to come in here, and we will provide caregivers so that family members can bring their caregiver here, and we will provide the care in a safe environment where they can get a meal. So if it happens to be lunchtime, we can make sure they get fed and everything so that the caregiver can get out and do what they need to. It's up to 3 hours, depending on the senior center. We have a schedule, so it's about up to 18 hours a week we do this. So the locations vary from day to day, and the times vary from day to day, so that you can kind of look at the schedule and see what fits into your schedule and what you need. There is no obligation. We do have someone do a short assessment when they come in, just so that if something were to happen, we know enough about them that we can hopefully take care of them if they need to be. But people have been coming for years, and so we've gotten to know, each caregiver and each person that comes in, and it's a wonderful experience because it gives that caregiver some time to get out and do what they need to do and take care of themselves.
Yeah, I was up there when we did some of the TV stuff for that, and I saw these people are just having a blast. I mean, they were all smiling and laughing and talking and playing games. And, they were just, everybody was having a great time. So, Jenny, where can people get the schedule for that?
They can get it on our website, www.birchcreek.com, and just look under our services, and there's the free respite. And so it has the calendar and the times in the senior center that we will be out. And just on a quick note, something that, we hear so often is family members will always say, well, you know what, my loved one won't like it. You know what, they like to just sit at home, and they're fine, they don't want to get out. And it has been very interesting to me, because we've always said, you know what, come try it once. You'll be surprised. People often forget how much just human contact can do to somebody. And so they'll bring their loved one once, and next thing we know, they're coming consistently because they've fallen in love with the opportunity that there's other people there in their same situation, and they become friends. We have a group of guys that play pool every week. They come, and that's what we do, is we play pool, because when else are they going to have that opportunity? Yeah. And there's other men that they have bonded with, and they enjoy doing it. And so we always just say, you know what, give it a try. You'll be surprised. They will love it.
That, I saw that, and I was talking with some people the other day who were talking about how important the socialization is for people as they get older, that they do have a tendency to kind of hermit themselves in, but socialization, talking with and meeting people their own age is a really, really big deal, and it's really important that they do that.
Yes, they need it as much as we do, and we forget that. They need friendship, and they need to feel loved, and we often think, oh, they're okay, they'll be fine. Well, they'll be fine, but this gives them the opportunity to be better than fine.
Yeah. Now, we just got another couple of minutes left here, Jenny, but I wanted to talk a little bit about your adult daycare. Now, that's not something that is free, but it is a really great service that you provide as well.
Right. A couple of years ago, we had an opportunity, and it's called Country Niche Adult Daycare. It's in Clinton, and it provides the respite care, but for longer periods of time. So instead of being just a 3-hour block, we can do up to 8 or 9 hours. And it's the same thing. We have caregivers there that that they are CNAs, so they can help them to the restroom, or help them get up and transfer, and we so that they're there for their safety. And we provide one full meal a day and then 2 snacks. So we have a morning snack and then an afternoon snack. We do diabetic diets. We can help provide medications during the day. But the biggest thing is we have activities going on all day long. We have enough caregivers there that so we can split them into groups. So some people may not like certain activities, so they'll do something else. For instance, we do crafts, and not many of the men enjoy the crafts. So we have a group of women that will do, that sit in the corner, and we have crafts for them. So it's really fun. But once again, it gives them the opportunity to socialize.
And I think that is really, really the important thing here is that the seniors really need to get out, and they need to bond with other people besides just you or just right. A family member, just a regular caregiver. It is important that they get out and do that.
There was just a quick story, but there's a lady that comes currently, and she doesn't speak much. She has dementia, and she doesn't speak much. But you know what? There's her and this other lady have become the best of friends, and they sit next to each other and they hold hands. And the other lady will talk to her all day long. And you may not think you may not think that it's important to her because she can't talk back. But you know what? It is. She's getting that one-on-one interaction. She may not be able to respond, but she understands that this other lady loves her and is her best friend.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Jenny, can we get the website and your phone number one more time?
Okay, so for for Country Niche, it's www.countryniche.com, and that phone number is 801-436-5727. And then Birch Creek for the free respite is www.birchcreek.com, and that phone number is 801-452-6066.
And I'm assuming that they can call either one if they didn't happen to get both both numbers, right?
Yes, and both websites link to each other. So
okay. Terrific. Well, thank you so much, Jenny. I do appreciate you being on and helping us again this week.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, Jenny. And we'll be
Have a
right
good
back here on Talk Radio 105.7 FM 570 AM.